Hey, it's Miss B, and thank you for tuning in to Connecting the Lines TV. Alright, so y'all have tuned in, y'all been hitting me up, asking me all of these different questions about starting your dance team. You asked me about how to deal with parents, and the next thing that I'm going to talk about today is how to put on a competition, because you know that's what I do. Alright, so with the dance competitions, it can be very lucrative, it can be a lot of fun. So here are 5 tips on how to do a successful dance. You can do cheerleading, you can do a modeling competition, you can do all kind of competitions, but it's the same thing. It's the same concept, same recipe, just add your own twist to it. So first, you are going to find a location. Your location is key because you want to make sure that you have a location, A, that you can afford, B, that's going to be the capacity of the people that you need, and C, that you can go in there and you can walk in and visualize everything that's going to happen. So as you're getting into and you're making these phone calls and you're sending these emails to all of these different venues, you can check out gyms, you can check out rec centers and community centers. You have collegiate gyms that you can use at the various colleges, and so many other places that you can use to hold a dance competition. I've even seen them done at an indoor soccer gym. I judge a dance competition at a soccer gym. Yes, because they wanted to give you the feel of being on a football field during a competition. So think about that location. Think about a location that is convenient for people to travel to, and definitely something that you can afford. And while we're talking about locations that you can afford, the next thing you want to do is create a flyer. So what I do is I create my flyer as I'm getting the paperwork done for the location. Why do you do that, Miss B? Let me think about it. That way, when the location gets confirmed, you already have your flyer, and now all you have to do is press go. And so after you found your location, you got your flyer in the works, and you're pressing go, now you send it out to the masses. You're sending it to teams, you're sending it to judges, but what I want to talk about, point number 3, is your sponsors. And those are the people who are going to help you put this thing together, because you do need money to do it, right? Okay, so you got to find these sponsors. So as you're creating your flyer and you're creating getting your location, you want to make sure you have some type of sponsor package so you can let people know what they'll be getting for their investment. And so a few things that you can do, you can offer them product placement. If they want to set up a vendor table, you can and vendor tables ain't free, boo-boo. They're at least $25 to $50, okay? So you make sure you get that first, and that way those people can either give you money or they can give you an in-kind donation. What is an in-kind donation, Miss B? It's just when they give you products for the same price, duh, and now you can give things away at your event. So you want to think about those sponsors, and you want to think about the people. You want to create your budget. Maybe we should go back to that with the location part. You create your budget after you got your location, and then you see how much you need to make this event happen. And so as you're finding these sponsors, you want to think about what type of prize money you want to give away. I always give away prize money because guess what? That make people want to come. I mean, shoot. Who want to come for free just to take some trophies? I can go buy some trophies for $15 to give to everybody. So at least if I'm walking away with some money, I can do things. And so with my team, we actually competed in Birmingham and was able to pay for everybody's plane ticket to Las Vegas. So think about that. Think about if you were the coach that's bringing your team to the competition. That's what you want. So you got your location, you got your flyers, you got your sponsors who finna cut that check either for the prize money or for some of your other things that you need to pay for. And then you're gonna go into the next part. That's when you find your judges, your special guests, your DJ. You wanna find people that know exactly what they're doing. They know about dance, or they know about cheerleading, or they know about baton, or they know about how to judge cars, or they know all of these different things, but they know what they're talking about. So you want to get somebody of quality that you know will not only bring people, but will give you an accurate decision. Judges are very important because if there are any discrepancies, you can always go back to the judge sheets. And I'm gonna tell you, for real, you need quality judges, because if something goes wrong, you want to be able to go back and say, this was legit, this is what the judges said, and this is what it is. There have been times and situations where you don't have somebody to back it up like that, and chaos erupts like crazy. So you want to make sure you have the right people who are judging. You want to make sure you have a DJ who knows how to run the music. I was in Nashville one year and it was getting real hype, real lit. The competition was getting very intense, and the stupid DJ played Nuck If You Buck, and I'm in there like, we ain't from around here. We about to get beat up in the parking lot because you playing Nuck If You Buck. So those are the things you want to think about. Make sure that your DJ knows what type of music to play, how to play it, and you also want to give him your music in time. You want to give it to him at least 24 to 48 hours in advance, so that way he can cut it, he can line it up, he can put it all together, and all you have to do is press play. Give him a list. If you have like an extra, like a battle part, if you have certain songs you want to use, give him all of these things at least 2 days in advance, so he can put it in a folder and he can line you up. So you got your judges, you got your DJ, and you want to also have your rules. You send your rules out as your teams are registering. That way they know exactly what to prepare for. If it's time limits, if it's certain stunts that they can or can't do, if there are things that are in your rules or your bylaws that you don't want them to do in the competition, you give that to them as they register. So once you put that flyer out and they start sending their information back, you want to send them this information on what the rules of the competition are. And then lastly, it's finally the day of the event, and so now if you've done everything right, it should be smooth sailing. I remember my last 2 or 3 events, I was real calm going into that day, and it was freaking me out because I don't never be that tight. And so finally, when I did get that tight and I did have everything together in advance, the competition was absolutely amazing. Now, I'm not going to say that we didn't have any incidents, because somebody did try to turn up. We was in Orlando, and y'all know how Florida people get. And so I had to step in the middle, and I had to call the security and my cousin and all these kind of folks to kind of get everything situated. However, we made sure that we maintain some type of professionalism. If your organization or your company has a professional side, these are the times that you want to show that, because when energy is high and people are excited, things can happen. And so what you don't want to happen is to have a great event and then 1 or 2 little things throws you off. And so as you're going into the day, you want to make sure your date is lined up. You want to make sure you have all of your teams, if there is a certain time to check in, that they check in at that time. You want to make sure that they have an additional rule packet. That way they have it in hand, and then from there you press play and you press go. You got your trophies, you got your prize money, you got your judges, and judges are easy. You want to get a celebrity? Hit them on Instagram. It's really that simple. And then before you know it, you have a plethora of people who you can pull from to use for your different events. And so as we close this video, I just want to run down these top 5 things again. So first, get your location. Second, get your flyers. Third, with your location, you've created a budget, so you got your sponsors. Then you get your judges, your teams, your DJ, and your registration packets out. And then finally, you got the day of the event, where now all it's time to do is press go. And you should have a successful dance competition. I'm Miss B, and thank you so much for tuning in to Connecting the Lines TV. Make sure you get a copy of my book, Operation 5678. Of course, it's available on Amazon, because that's where everything is at. Okay, you can literally get everything on Amazon. So get my book. How about that? Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow me at Connecting the Lines, and I'm Miss B. Peace.